Hey team, hello, Kat here. How you doing? Hope you're doing really well. In this session, I'm super excited to share with you how to get your content to actually turn into leads. And this is for you if you ever feel like you're creating a lot of content, but it's not actually leading to leads. And leads are on the way to clients, right? So one of the biggest mistakes that I see coaches and experts making is that they're not connecting with their audience in a way that makes someone want to actually take the next step towards them. And this is the purpose of content, is for people to take a next step action. So our content is designed for the right people to take one step towards us. And that can be a range of things, whether that's jumping onto a strategy session, whether that's joining you in a free online workshop, maybe that's watching a training, joining your email list, joining your Facebook group, whatever your next step action is. We want to be able to use our content to basically qualify the right people and say, you're in the right place. If this is you, if this is your problem, this is the solution that I provide. And it's one thing to understand our market in general, and it's another thing to be able to create really compelling messages and be able to message our content in a way that reaches the right people and in a way that people just can't ignore. The right people, it becomes irresistible, or like I say, irrefusable. And when you know how to do this, you have a secret weapon. You have this weapon that I don't know if weapon's the right word, but you have, I like to say, you'll never starve. You'll never starve if you have this. If you know how to do this, then you'll always know how to get leads into your business. And that's what makes a business survive, is being able to get leads into their business. A big worry that people say, that tell me, is they just feel like they can't compete with all the big players out there. They feel like they just are not being seen, not being noticed, and they're just kind of getting buried because all of the big players are taking over when it comes to Facebook ads and getting the really huge audiences. But you don't need a massive audience or a massive following or to spend thousands of dollars on ads to grow a really great sustainable business that enables you to completely replace your income in a job and never have to work again if you don't want to for someone else. You can have your own business without a huge following. In fact, a lot of my clients that are doing really well, they don't have a massive following. They've got a very qualified group, which is more important. I was chatting with the ladies about this tonight in the Influencers Inner Circle about having a quality list and a quality group as opposed to quantity, because there's no point having a massive list and a massive group if people aren't engaged. So we want to be able to turn our content into leads using compelling messages. And the good news is anybody can learn this. You can learn it. If you feel like you weren't born as a natural marketer, neither was I, neither was anybody. Every single one of us has had to learn how to do this. And so you don't need a degree, you don't need a qualification, you can simply learn the skill. And I'm going to get you started tonight. And if you don't learn the skill, it's going to be very hard for you to grow. Like if you think about your Facebook group now, when's the last time you had significant growth in your Facebook group? When's the last time your email list significantly grew? Maybe you're getting quite stuck and stagnant over the last 3 months or 6 months. And if you don't improve the skill of being able to create compelling messages, your group and your email is going to stay the same. It is just going to, stay stagnant. We need to improve your skill in order to get more leads and to grow your audience. But if you do it, you don't have to have a lot of money to put on ads by the way. You can do this organically. But what a lot of people tell me is they don't really want to spend a lot of money on ads, but they don't want to spend a lot of time on doing it organically. So they feel like they're a little bit stuck. So once you learn the skill, you'll be able to attract clients whenever you need them. It's so worth developing the skill. So in this video, I'm going to share with you really how to do it. I'm going to share the driving forces behind a compelling message and 5 crucial questions that you can answer before you create any piece of content to make sure that it hits the mark. So that's the plan, team. Let's have some fun. By the way, it's so great to see those of you who are on the call live. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining me. And Please pop a hashtag live in the comments if you are here with me right now live, so I know that you're here. If you're watching the replay, pop a hashtag replay. So good to have you join us. And please engage and use the comments box to just share. Imagine it's like a live stream going out on Twitter of your highlights. Please use the comments for that and tell me what you're liking. Any aha moments coming through, any takeaways, highlights, please just pop them in the comments, or any questions that you have, I'll go back and answer them. So how to turn your content into leads. I'll give you the framework, and then we'll dive into it a little bit deeper. So where do we use this? We can use this anywhere we show up and write content, so or share a video. So it could be on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, wherever you show up in your social media platforms. It could be in your emails, your email nurture sequences, your sales pages, your website. It could be on articles, LinkedIn articles. It could be in DMs. You know, you can use these strategies in conversations, in private messages. On other people's blogs. You can use them on your event pages, Eventbrite, Meetup, everywhere that you show up, you can use these. So the first thing that's important, if you want your content to turn into leads, number one, you need to sneak into your client's mind. You need to sneak into your client's mind. And so what I recommend that you do is, before you start writing, whether that's writing a post email or writing a video script or an outline, imagine you're sneaking into your ideal client's mind. So imagine you're them. I often go and sit at that chair and I take my notebook and pen and I just imagine that I'm them. What am I going through today? What's my problems? What's frustrating me? So you just imagine you're them, sneak into their mind. You actually imagine that you're them. How many times do you do this before you create a piece of content? You actually walk in their shoes and imagine that you're back here in the journey, not where you are now. Because remember, they are back here in the journey, you're here, and it's challenging to come here and speak language that connects with them. But this is why it's so important, if you don't have coaching clients at the moment, that you get clients as soon as possible, because your coaching conversations are where you're going to get all the gold. So coaching, because I do so much coaching, I get so much gold for content. And most of my content comes from coaching conversations that I'm having with people, or people in my community that I'm chatting with about their frustrations and what's going on for them. So sneak into their mind so that you can understand them. Let your audience guide your content. Listen to the questions that they're asking and answer them in your content. Something that I do is all of my coaching notes from the week, I go through them and I think, how can I turn this into pieces of content? So this week, I think I've got about 18 clients. So even one thing from each person is 18 pieces of content. There's multiple things from each person. And I start to see patterns of what people are going through. So let your ideal clients dictate the type of content you do, because that's how you get more people like that. So if you have amazing clients, which I do, then, and when you attract those people that are a perfect fit for you, you want to find more of them, right? You want to multiply them. So when you start speaking as though you're speaking to the existing clients you've got, you will attract other people like them. The best clients don't hire you because of what you do, but they hire you because of how much you understand them, how much you understand their problem and solution, how you can help them to think, and how you can help them to take action. They don't just hire you for information that they can Google. They hire you for the way that you think, the way you role model, the way you really understand them and help them to take action. So just something to bear in mind here. So I'm going to go into the 4 driving forces. There's 4 driving forces that I recommend you think about when you're creating your content. The first one is, what are their current frustrations? So if you imagine a quadrant, top left, current frustrations. What are they currently frustrated about? List it all out. Current frustrations. Number 2, future fears. So what's annoying them at the moment? Write as many of their problems that you can help solve as possible, Just brainstorm, just go for it. As many current frustrations and then future fears. So when you're creating content, you want to speak to the current frustrations, but also the future fears of what might actually happen if they don't solve these frustrations. What might happen in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months if they don't solve these frustrations. So imagine a quadrant, current frustrations, future fears. On the other side, current desires. What do they want? What do they tell you that they want? And just list as many things as you can. And this is really going to help you drive your content strategy. Current desires, future dreams. What are their future dreams? If they get these current desires that they have, what's that going to turn into in the future? What's that future vision they have? Future dream. So current frustrations, future dreams, current desires, future dreams. Oh, sorry, future fears. Yeah, future dreams. So once you get that all down on paper, you want to make sure that you don't just put it in a folder somewhere, but you actually use it to create content. And I have a whole training on how to do this, but the most important thing is every post, you're shifting a belief. So just think of it from a high level point of view. Okay, I understand where they are, where they don't want to go, where they're going, where they want to go. And we want to use your content to shift our belief. So there's 5 questions that I recommend that you answer before you create your content. Number 1, so these are the 5 crucial questions. Number 1, what are their 4 driving forces? We've just done that. That's number 1. Number 2, what action do you want them to take at the end of your piece of content? Now, a lot of people don't think about this. They just write a post. They just shoot a video and they don't think, what's the call to action at the end? So if you want to turn your content into leads, you've got to have a next step action in place, and you want to build your content back from that call to action. What are all the objections they might have for taking that call to action? And how can we overcome them using the content? What are all the benefits of taking that call to action, and how can we insert that in your content? So what action do you want them to take at the end of your content? Number 3, why would they care? Why would they care? So really think about this. Why do they care about what you're saying? And really think about, when you put yourself in their shoes, when you sneak into their mind, what is it that they're going to really care about? Why would they care? Number 4, why should they believe you? And this is really important, that you are upfront about your credibility. Why should they believe you? Remember that people don't actually know how good you are unless you tell them. No one's going to do this for you. You are your own advocate. You may have clients do it. You may have friends do it occasionally, but you are the business owner. You need to be the one that is being upfront about your credibility. Think about, what do you do better than other people? What is your uniqueness? What makes you different? Don't assume that people know. Remember that people aren't seeing every piece of your content. They might only see this one post. So if you don't share your credibility, if you don't highlight your expertise, it doesn't mean you have to say, oh, I've got this degree. No, I don't mean that. I mean, show your expertise by what you're sharing. Don't just share basic stuff that someone can Google. Really put thought into it. Super important. Number 5, why might they resist? Why might they actually resist? And then we can use that content to work on any resistant points. What might be the resistance? And then we can use our content to overcome that objection in our piece of content. It's super important that when we are creating content for people, that we sell the dream. Sell the dream. So don't just talk about the method. Don't just talk about what they're doing wrong. Sell them on the dream. What can you help them gain or increase? So they either gain something or they increase something. Or what can you help them, and what can you help them eliminate or reduce? So it's either gain or increase, eliminate or reduce. In your content, show how you make life better, easier, faster, more enjoyable, safer, more fun, how to get what they want. And make sure you highlight the problems, the mistakes, the the pain points, the hassles that you help them avoid. And this requires some thought, because it's not just, oh, I've got a coaching program that helps you improve your life. No, remember, what you really help people do is either save time or save money or make more money or become happier, become more productive, become healthier, feel less stressed, become wealthier, find their dream job, find their dream partner, become more confident. These are the types of things that people want. So we've got to make sure that we sell the dream in our content. I hope that's been super helpful. So remember, we've got to ask those questions, sneak inside our ideal client's mind, understand the 4 driving forces, ask those 5 critical questions, and remember to sell the dream. So I hope that's been helpful. If you are watching this live or in the next couple of days, I'm running a workshop on Saturday for my clients, for my inner circle. It's a VIP event, and I've decided to open it up for 5 guests. 3 of them have been taken, so there's 2 left. So there's 2 spaces left. So if you would like to find out about this workshop, it is an all-day workshop where we are getting things done. I'm doing some teaching on how to attract more clients consistently and fast. And then we're actually doing a lot of implementation. We're going to be doing brainstorming and masterminding so that you can really understand how to take your content and turn it into leads at a deeper level, and also how to set up your rhythm, how to set up your system so that you can rely on it consistently. So if you want to join us, DM me the word VIP. DM me the word VIP and I'll send you the details. So there's only 2 spaces left. So just DM me and I'll let you know the link to check it out. Thank you for being here. So good to have you here live or watching the replay. Until next time, thank you for tuning in and keep shining, my friends. Take care. See you soon. Bye.